Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to what is the final episode of Beavertown. Yes, we have finally reached the final episode 50. Now, if you recall, back in episode 35 was the last episode, and then I came back like, I'll do 3 to 5 episodes. And I just got inspired. And you know what? I can actually keep on going, but it is time for Beavertown once again to come to an end. This is update 2. There's so much more exciting things in update 4 for both Folktails and the Ironteeth. If you're follow my Rivia series, that is update 4 with the Ironteeth. But speaking of update, yes, we will get to the Rise of Atlantis here. But first, we're going to do a few other things. Not here, but starting here in Hilltop. Now, what are we going to do? Now, last episode, I believe it was, I did move this water pump up, which we're going to leave there. This will eventually start flowing over and we'll start getting some water in here. But you know what we're going to do? We are going to move the water pumps that belong here. And we're going to put it in this big, massive reservoir. No idea why I wasn't doing this before. So what we're going to do is we're going to get at that. Get over here. There we go. Oh, just in time for nightfall. So these guys will have a bunch of things to do in the morning. Now you can see they can get up here no problem at all. None. Zero. So there is no excuse. So let's get started. Now what we're gonna do, I think this is gonna be very, I think we're just gonna stack them in here basically. So we need to come in. We'll get 3 on this side at least, and then we can get. Yeah, look at all that water that these guys just can't reach. Compared to the Iron Teeth, these guys are like, no, too deep is fine. We don't go too any deeper. But yeah, even though we got a big, massive reservoir, so what is that going to do for us? That is going to mean that we don't have to worry about draining the water out of here. We can have this as it is truly meant to be, and also to keep these maple trees alive. Oh, we've just started to get the water flowing in, so that is good, because these trees were, well, actually they're still drying out, so not good, but plenty of time. We should be fine. So why don't we, while we're here, we can just start deleting these. And that is gone. That is a little scary because we now have no water. So actually what we should do, what we should do is prioritize some of these. So let's prioritize the closest one. I think that makes the most sense. So please get that done so we have water coming in the morning. How much time do we have? Actually, oh my God. Yeah, they had no water. And I just took away any semblance of life. Oh, yes. That is very nice of us. Now, we do have 1 water unit here and 1 water unit someplace else, which is scary. But we probably should move the water tanks closer. I could sneak something in here. I could. I think I probably should. So let's do that. And then maybe we'll come over here as well. And we will put 1 back in here. I think that works. And get rid of that we don't need. Now, speaking of needs, now, we're not going to get everybody up as high as we can and should. But let's do a few things here. Tribute of Ingenuity. Let's see if we can get that in. Some Litos for sure. And let's get some books over here. Because, like when you're dying of thirst, what's better than a nice little book? Now, these guys are on it, so hopefully they'll be fine. So if we want to put in a Tribute of Ingenuity, you know what? I think this does require power. It does. How big is it? It's pretty big. Where would this make the most sense to squeeze in? Now, we want to, in this case, we don't want to completely redistribute the power network. We don't have time for that. So, you know what? I think putting it here gives us pretty darn good coverage, actually. Wow. Okay. So, can we fit that in? How does that fit in? I think I just need to, honestly, not click again. Yeah, we can just do Is it 2 deep or 3 deep? 3 deep. Okay. So we can disconnect that, and then they can come in. Let's have it face all the rooftop terraces. Okay, so that's good. So that can all start getting built. Ooh, speaking of built, it doesn't help if we build this without a path connecting. There we go. I think the other thing we can do is these guys could use some roofs. Like, why don't we come here and do a little bit of decor and give these guys some nice little roof action. I think they can both be reached. Yep, they should be fine. Now, the next thing these guys needed were some Lidos. So let's make that happen. So let's come in. And once again, we do need to come in. I believe these are 4. 4. Yeah, we are going to do a bit of decoration here. No, we just need to come across. Sorry, they're under well-being. Not the showers. Lido, Lido. There we go. Oh, I don't need to come out that far. But you know what? We are going to. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, so we got 2 Lidos here, and we'll probably put 2 on the other side. So path, path. And then what we can do, give them a nice little beaver statue to look at. And I think as well, these guys can have just a little bit of decoration if they want to dry themselves off here before moving on. And why don't we, yeah, we're going to get some scarecrow action, because what makes more sense besides a little scarecrow action? So I think the other thing we're going to do while we got this guy on, we're going to see if we can find some spots to dot around and place some scarecrows. Like here. Like here. We can put one here. Put another one here. Yeah, we're just going to dot these guys around so they can get a little love. Yeah, we can actually, yeah, I think they can reach that. So that is a bunch. Is there any nifty little spot maybe over here? Does not really look like it. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do, I believe for Hilltop, which has got a pretty good well-being of 35. Oh, they don't have maple pastries. So, we might see if we can do a little bit of that. Roofs, Tribute Ingenuity is going to get built. Got Lidos. There's really no room for a carousel. Don't know where they're getting that carousel action, but that's fine. But books. So at the very least, we're going to zoop back over here. And we are going to send books over to Hilltop. And while we're on the business of books, let's take care of Metalica, which we are quickly going to drop in here as well and do a little bit of love. Some books, and then same thing with Aquaflow. Aquaflow, I believe, yeah, we still have these guys. Books, there we go. I should also make sure that we are not jamming the books up too high. So maybe stop that at 30. Come back here. Set a limit of, oh, that's 10. That's, oh, I already had books going there. Who knew? And then come to Hilltop again. So once again, let's set that for 30. That should be fine. Okay, so Hilltop, hopefully we start filling this up. You can see the water starting to flow in, which is good. So we should be fine. Hilltop, you guys should be fine. We do have, well, let's prioritize you by the haulers. Yeah, we actually have more water now. Yes, the beavers will live. They will be happy for now. So, well, actually, they'll be even happier. Ooh, you know what? Sorry, I forgot. So we have these guys being built, which I am going to make this a second high priority for this. I am going to make you a high priority. And I'm going to make you a second high priority. I said second high. There we go. But I did say, and I darn near forgot, we're going to do the exact same thing here. You're going to get another set of Lidos, mirroring the exact same build as to the other side. So we can just update 2 is being finicky. There we go. Come back into our well-being. So it's finally near the end. Hilltop is like, finally, we don't just need to take showers. We can wet our beaver fur another way. Yes, they can. And then come back in the decorations. As I said, the plan is to do a mirror. So I had bench, 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 and then little scarecrow, because what's better than a scarecrow by your Lido? Okay. So while all that's going on, let's get ourselves to daytime and over to Metalica. So much nicer to build during the daylight. Wow, look how many beavers do we actually have in Metalica? Oh, only 88. But they're also well, I guess they just woke up for their morning shifts. And the bots are checking out the beavers having a morning shower. Well, that's a little weird. Okay, so let's have a look. 34. These guys could use a labor monument or 2, some carousel. They have 0. I am sorry. No, you guys do have Lidos here. I guess they're just not underwater at the moment. Ooh, or maybe they're flooded. I'm not sure. So that's not good. We are sending books over, and they could use a temple. Okay, so we do have this area over here. Let me just check out the Lidos. What's wrong with you? Needs deeper water. Okay, where is the water level? It's not very water level-ish. Okay. Wow, we are so low on power at the moment. You know, a great way to get some water in here, which is why I left it like this, is I can open up the floodgates here, and we can fix that. Let's get some water in here. Zoom things along and watch the frame rate just struggle down to 5 frames per second. That is horrendous. But come on, can we get at least enough water here so the beavers can go take a little dip in their Lidos? Like, come on, not asking too much here, am I? Come on. All right, no? Okay. Well, let's come back with the Lidos with sufficient water. Well, nary a moment later, we got enough water. As you can see, they are extremely happy right now, so that is good. So we can close the emergency floodgates for now, and that should be good for a few moments until all the beavers do some more showering. Okay, so here is an area. We built this out a long time ago. And yeah, we never did much with this. So let's do something with it. So what we're gonna do, let's clean this up. We will get rid of those pathings for now. And these guys could use a whole lot of well-being and a lot of fun. So I think we need to separate those areas. Like we do need a temple. So I think the temple is gonna go on this side. Now the question is, yeah, we'll just tuck you in there. We'll get you a temple. Now we do need mud baths and the like, and a carousel. So I think the carousel is something we would put back here. Now, the nub is, how do I make that work? I'm not sure the beavers have an easy way to get there. Oh, yes, mistakes were made. So maybe we'll pause this building. Okay. Yeah, mistakes from, like, I literally am going to have to break this, so I think we can get power running behind here. Okay. Well, it is coming to be nightfall, so we're going to wait for morning. But yeah, we're going to get rid of these trees here. Then, will that be enough? Because we're going to run it here. I think we're going to have to explode this. So that needs to go. Okay. So that is gone. And I think the other thing we're going to do is we are going to get rid of some more of these trees. Actually, you know what I should do? You know what we're going to do? We're going to get some more space. Let's not build this here. We are just, because they can't even harvest the pine here at the moment. I have to get rid of this tree, but we're going to run the power right along here. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to have a remove command completely. Let's undo that for now. We'll have a look at that once we get this in, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to send some bots here to basically fill most of this area in, or at least partially. Or maybe this is where we do our nice little sunken mud bath trick. Which would be good, like, you know, except for the peeping toms here. But whatever, it is what it is. Oh, you know what we could do here while we're here? These guys could use a roof. There you go. Here goes, my dudes. You got a roof. We could use some... While we're at it, we need to do some scarecrows. Yeah, these things are very scary, actually. Very... Ooh, that'd be spooky at night. Very, very spooky. So, well, what we could do while we got Mr. Spooky on us is we could and should find some little holes where we could pop in. Don't think you can be reached, so we'll put one there. Yeah, and I think ooh, dead bot. Okay, just keep moving, it's fine, it's all fine. I think when I restarted this, I'm like, put these scarecrows down. I think it was probably obviously me, but completely forgot. So it is what it is. So we can put some here. And then, is that sunken? No, it's not. So we can put some there as well. Okay, so a bunch of scarecrows are going to get built. Okay, it is daybreak, which means we can now come in and we're going to break this. We're going to actually make all of this a high priority because we have disconnected power. So let's see. You should be reachable. Yeah, they can come in. They can remove these trees. In fact, what we're going to do is we are going to remove that. And I think here we are going to put a power shaft intersection. Yeah, they're going really fast. Really, really fast. So with that already underway, let's come in and find our mud baths. So I think what we can do is basically put in 3. Okay, so yeah, now we've got a plan. We can come in and start detonating. I think we need to detonate at least all of this. Oh, and technically we don't want them to build that. Although it's going to take a minute. That will take a minute to get built. So the power is going to connect into this mud bath. We'll get some more mud baths here. And then we can have a carousel here. Ooh, and they're already probably building this. Yeah, that's almost done. That is good news. Okay, so let's get this cleaned up and we'll see you back here once this is done. Well, there's the last of it finally. Now, I had to actually build this path, which isn't good. Now, speaking of paths, we are actually going to extend this here now that I think about it. So Hopefully these guys will all come from this side. Come on, beavers. Let's get her done. In fact, getting her done is meaning we will prioritize your removal, please. So, come on. Who's going to lay the bombs? Come on. I mean, the landscaping tools. Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Do we not have... No, there's 10 explosives. I'm not sure. Are you coming? No, you're going to go do your praying thing. That is weird. So maybe what we'll do to help things out, maybe we'll run a little path, although it says... It wasn't saying it couldn't be reached, so I'm not exactly sure. But I think we can get rid of this now. So we're going to come back into well-being, put in our mud baths, too. And then, well, we might as well detonate you and come in here. So with this, we've got options. I think to make this easy on all the beavers, we'll do this so they can come right through. Although, you know what? Given the fact that there is a break, they are going to have to come in here and put in a... I might as well just do a T intersection. Build that. They can reach it. Perfect. We can now run a little path. That is also nice. Come on, just one more. Set it, and then we're gonna set that one off. So come on. Get her done. Get her done. Sweet. Nice. Okay, so once again, well-being. Wow, that is not gonna fit. Let's put this in. 2 of those in. Okay, so we now have Mud Bath Central. They will need to come along here. Now, here's going to be the challenge, is we need to fit in Mr. Carousel. So come back to well-being. So I do think, yeah, this is probably the best situation here right now, is because they could come here, but I want to make sure they can come in from both sides. So let's make that happen. So we can connect. Oh. What? I'm confused. Which district is that? Oh! Oh! Well, that I didn't realize. Okay. These guys are coming in from Hilltop. So, could I? And not easily. And what I was saying, could I, is designate a couple of these mud baths. But no, actually, these guys got mud baths here. So you're fine, Hilltop. Don't be greedy. Now, I do need to allow these to connect. And I think the easiest... I know what we're going to do. But first, let's put some decorations in. We can get away with that. This should be buildable. It's just, yeah, they can access them all. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. So we'll eventually move the paths around, but we've got that thing laid out. So that is good news. Now, from a fun point of view, we actually, before we forget, let's connect the paths. Let's come in now and put in some decorations. And here the decorations are just going to be, hey, let's give these guys a bit of a sound barrier and separation as they go by. I think that's going to be relatively nice. We can put some other bushes there and shrubs. Okay, so what else were we missing from here? From Metalica? Well, you can already see 41. We need a labor monument. We'll be very happy. Books are coming in. Mudbath carousels. Okay, so why don't we do that? Labor monument. We could... yeah, you know what? I like the idea. that's going to get most of the beavers. So why don't we do this? That is at the same level. It is all dead. So we can come in here, just remove those. So we're going to put one in there. And these are hard-working beavers. Yeah, these guys are like, can I just get a break? So we can get a labor monument popped in here. Can I squeeze in a good logical spot another one? Okay. Yeah, it's gonna go there. So that's fine. So speaking of fine, this won't be fine if we don't prioritize all of this. And I think the other thing we're gonna do now is we can come in and I like this trick. I like making it. In fact, we'll make this all a pine forest. I do very much like this aesthetic. Is everything's kind of buried inside of a forest. I think it's going to look pretty swish. You can see these beavers are coming along. Very happy. Please prioritize this so we can get that in. Oh. You can actually see, hang on, let's come back here. Where are you? We might not be able to reach actually all of the mud baths. That will be interesting to find out. In fact, we should run, oh yeah, I can't run all that pathing yet. All right, so well, let's get this all done. And then we can show you what it looks like all finished up here in Metalica. Well, we now have beavers resting in relaxation in the mud baths. He's by himself, a lot of bubbles. Well, apparently it does not bother that well, wow, bubble making beavers. Okay, so we have the carousel up and running. We've got our temple over here. And actually, let me show you the 45. It was a little higher a moment ago. So we are through the roof here in Metallica. Now, I'm going to point out, yeah, actually, you can see it. I could not reach any further. So I did turn around these mud baths, so it's along this path here. So this mud bath is part of Metallica, but these three are part of Hilltop. So, you know, they did get a little love. So why don't we just leave, you know, a little barrier there, just in case, you know, actually, you know what we could do. If they want to come around that way, they now can. So happy days for all. So that is coming along great. So now let's zip over here to Aquaflow. Aquaflow's not doing too good. It's down to 24. Injuries. I need bread, grilled spatter dock, campfires, scarecrows, some monuments. Oh, caramba. Carousels and mud baths. Well, we have books coming. No shrine, no temple. Oh my goodness. Okay, so why don't we zip up here and see if we can extend things. So we're going to get rid of this district gate. And then what we're going to have to do, maybe here, we'll put in another district gate. We can hopefully extend things over because we have this nice large area over here. So what we're going to do is get them to remove all these trees and see how much room we actually have to do a little bit of building. We are just doing a quick pit stop back here in Hilltop to show you off the fact that, yeah, we're having a hard time getting these Lidos built. And, you know, it took me a moment to figure out why. And that's because this fella was sucking up all the planks. But now that you're done, or he's done, look at that reach. Beautiful. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to reach where they're hanging at the Lidos, but that's fine. They'll get them coming back to and from, so that is going quite well. And soon, oh, look at that, 44 in Hilltop. Soon, things are going to be very, very sweet. Some bunch of relaxing beavers. Now that we're back over here in Aquaflow, we can see a few things. This is all cleared up. Now, speaking of issues, I've been neglecting this. This dries out, and it's quite simply due to the fact that I don't actually have dams here, so it's not going to hold the water back. So we're going to do that. Whoop. Yeah, you go back, buddy. You go back. So we are going to put in some dams. There we go. Instead of platforms. So hopefully this works out well for us. But yeah, for the here and now, let's start planning out this area just a tad more. Now, I think what we will do, not that we terribly need the connection, we will do this. We will connect Overlook and Hilltop from this area, this direction as well. But I think what we're going to do is we don't need any connection. There's no beavers. We have like one bot over an Overlook. So yeah, and that's where he's going to stay. So now let's look here. Excuse me. The reach, we come all the way down here, which is pretty sweet. So I think one of the things that we are going to have to do is get some height. But you know me, and you know what I like to do. I think what we're going to do is in this area, we're going to come into our well-being, and we are going to do some mud baths. But you can see not a lot of good reach. So like to get one here as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get some boom booms in place. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And then while all that is going, I think what we can do is this time we can put a connection here. We can run some platforms that are gonna go right here. I think that's gonna be what we need. And then at the same time, is this exactly what we're gonna need? Let's come on. Yeah, this will be fine. We will just do a nice little turn. And then what we can do is run the power shafts here. And then I think we can just do another turn and we should be good. Yeah, that should be fine. It should work out. And in fact, one of the things we could do while we're over here, let's just cover all that up. And we could provide a nice staircase up to access these wonderful soon-to-be placed mud baths. I think we might even make it a little bit bigger, a little bit deeper. But yeah, so we're going to have that. Which then I think what we're going to do over here is where we can get the carousel going. So we'll have to run the power over here as well. So let's find the carousel. Now it does tuck in relatively nicely right there. But I am tempted to really provide some privacy. Or maybe even this. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna double the fun instead. So let's do that, and then here we can come in with a temple. I think we can back that off, and then why don't we see if we can fit another temple over on this side as well? So let's come in and just dynamite all that up. We can connect the path here. That's going to be pretty good. And yeah, I think we're going to have a very nice connection. Actually, speaking of connection, we should make sure, of course, that actually connects. I think it will. No, it won't. No. Good thing we checked. Otherwise, we're going to lose everything. Actually, you know what we can do? We're going to pause. We're going to take Aquaflow. We're going to delete the district center. We're going to come in. This should give us the reach, I think. So let's come back here. Let's rename it Aquaflow. There we go. Make those all 4. There we go. I think we had those as bots. There we go. Yeah, I think we're connected. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, you see the two little red circle dots? That means we're connected. So that's fine. We're good. Ah, and oh no, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So that's all gonna get built up. Hopefully, Overlook's got some explosives. Do you? Oh, you got two bots there now. Hey, Overlook, you have some explosives. So can we get this thing done here? Can we get some boom booms here? Please and thank you. Are you? Is that what you're gonna do? Yes. Nice. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. So with that, what are we missing here? We are missing in Aquaflow. Come on back here. What did we say? Scarecrows we need, labor monuments, tribute of ingenuity would be pretty good. We're going to have carousels and mud baths here soon enough, and we need shrines and temples. Okay, just the standard affair kind of stuff, so... You know what we could do? You know what we could do? Is, why don't we come in here, monuments, tribute of ingenuity. We could place him, well, we could place him here. Now, I would love to have him down further, but we really don't have a really good spot that connects to power. That's one of the things with this fella. So we are going to come here, and we never did demolish these, which is a good thing. So let's do that. And these guys will get a tribute of ingenuity as well. Now, we're just going to have to connect him to power somehow. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Oh, I think I know what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do to make this easy for us. We're going to come in here. We're going to remove. We've got some carrots. Yep. So then that can come. Well, we've got two. Yeah, no, we got to go up. We have one option, really. Because, ooh, speaking of building, connections. Can we prioritize that, please? Thank you. And then we can do this. And then I think what we need to do, that needs to come down. Ooh, I guess that's 2. And then 1. Yeah, there's going to be some buried lines here, so we'll make this work. So I think what we'll do... Okay, let's lay it out. This is how my brain works. Okay, we do that. We don't need you. That's got to come down. Got to come down. And then we can... Come on, straight. There we go. Thank you. Rotate this around. And then I think, you know what? We will bring this closer such that, yeah, we'll put you here. And then you. And then you. Me. There you go. And then you. That can go like this. And as soon as that's removed, we can complete it. But what I'm going to do down here, we are going to prioritize these guys. And those guys got to get done, otherwise they're not going to be reached. And actually, speaking of reach, we do need to run a path. Yeah, there's no other way down at this point quite easily. So let's run you. Will you reach now? Yes, we're fine. We're good. It's all good. That can be reached from here, which is fine. And then I think what we're going to do here from a well-being point of view, let's give you some shrines. So you can come on up and a parade. There you go. Okay, the next thing we're going to do while we're over here, we're going to do some quick decorations. These guys deserve some roofs, so we're going to go boom, boom, boom. A lot of things to build there. And then the other thing we're missing is we have no scarecrows around. So what we're going to do is find some little spots where we can sneak in some scarecrows. Just around town. Oh yeah, sadness here that we do not have enough water in this channel. It's a short drought. This is Folktails on easy, so it's not too bad. So we got a lot of stuff on our build commands here. And I guess, do we not have any logs? No builders? Can we prioritize you? Oh, we have no logs. Are we sending logs out? Are we sending logs out? That is the question. If we are, that's about to stop. No. Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll get everything on order for the most part, and then we'll come back once it's all built, because this is going to take some time. Oh! Dang it. Way to go, Sargon. Way to go. All right, we can detonate this. Detonate this. We made a mistake there. It's fine. It's okay. It's all right. Actually, I don't think we might not even need that. Okay. Okay, so let's get, like I said, let's get the main stuff on order, then we'll jump back and finish some things off. But that can go there. We do not need you. We can fit you in. That's got to go. That's got to go. And then what we're going to do is make sure we can get up. So there's a few things which we got to detonate this, but then we got to come along. So we are going to need a set of explosives here. Actually, we'll do it right here. I think that's going to make the most sense. Okay, so get rid of you. So there's a lot on order. I'm going to sort out the log situation, and we'll be back with all of this built. As dawn rises here on Aquaflow, you can see we've got a lot done. We've got our double temple, double carousels, mud baths galore, although we're at the edge of the reach. But hey, they can reach. Now, you'll notice here, I've got some dynamite to set off because I wanted the space just like I had over here for no real reason, except for that. Now, what we're going to do here quickly, we are going to finish a few things off in terms of build, and then we're going to move on to what we've all been waiting for, which is the return of, or the rising of Atlantis. Oops, actually, we do not want that there. And let me show you why. Actually, let's do that before I get too carried away. We are going to actually remove this path. You know, like connectivity? Yeah, we're going to remove it. And that's because we are actually going to put some flames of progress right there. Beautiful. And then as well, what we're going to do here with some decorations, well-being. We're going to come in with some shrines. These guys can go here and here, just in case they can't get into the temple. They can do their thing right up front. And then, once again, decorations. We can put a bunch there. And we can also, mainly, actually, let's rotate these or offset these. And actually, these we will just put right up along there. And same thing here. Everybody is really going to be happy. Now, you know what? We will do the offset thing here. And why are we offsetting? We're just going to come in with a bunch of scarecrows. And, well, actually, it's almost like beaver worship here. But there we go. There's a bunch of those. And then on top of that, what we're going to do with the decorations to give these, beavers some privacy. We're going to go boom, boom, boom. And then I think we'll come back and put a scarecrow. But otherwise, what we'll do is some more separation here from the carousels. I think that's going to look pretty good. We'll keep this one paused just so I don't forget, so they can come in behind, get all that done. But you can see a big demand here. But we're not done. We're not done with our big demands. We're going to come in here and we are going to put a labor monument just to remind these guys, thou shalt work. And while we're at it, you know what we could do is as they come up, give them a little bit of love here, a little bit of shrubbery. I think they're going to be quite happy. Now you'll notice here this guy is just sucking up the gears. I was about to say the cranks, the gears and the planks. Yes, the cranks. So, but most of the stuff is going well. Everything else has been built that's on order. But before we move on, we are going to do a bit more of an order here is let's come in and well-being. We are going to come in and add some more campfires. So I think what we'll do is we'll keep this relatively simple. And I think that will work out quite well, is that they can come in from this way, come on down, get quick and easy access. Same thing here. I think that's going to work out pretty well. And then once again, we're just going to come in and do one of my favorite things, which is... Oop, actually, we're not going to block these guys in. They'll get their sunlight, but then they can come around here, come around here, and same thing. Now, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this to get... Oh, no, they can come in from the top. We're fine. We're fine. Nothing to worry about there. So they'll get all their wonderful little privacy there. And then what we'll do is we'll give them... Actually, you know what we are going to do? We are going to give them the spooky scarecrow right behind where they're sitting. And I think we'll just leave that one paused to make sure they can get to that scarecrow. So that is nice. Now, the only other things that we're going to do here, there's two other things. We're going to move these medical beds. Oops, sorry. Oh, my bad. Okay, let's pause. I actually do feel bad about that. Medical beds. What we can do is we can move you here. And quite simply, as I'm going hog wild on some monuments, so we're going to put some 2 labors, and then as well, we're going to come back with a flame of progress. So, wow, these guys are going to be jacked. Now, the last thing we're really missing over here is a little bit of food, is I am going to add in a bakery. Let's turn ourselves around and shake ourselves about. We're going to put a bakery in here. And this fellow is going to be maple pastries, because we really have none. And I did plant a bunch of maple trees and a tapper shack to collect a bunch of maple. And the last thing is over here, we're going to come in and do cattail crackers. See, not grilled, I meant grilled spatterdock. So let's come in here. We're going to do a grill, put you there, and then spatterdock. So these guys are going to have a lot to do, but I will tell you, Aquaflow is going to be probably one of the premium places to hang out, because they're going to have a whole lot of well-being over here. Okay, so let's get to the Rising of Atlantis. As dawn rises, so soon shall Atlantis. Now, you can tell the area that we have here set aside for Atlantis is quite small. We might do a quick addition to its size. Hopefully that is possible. So why don't we do that? Let's see. No, too far. So it looks like we won't really be able to expand things, which is fine. We can manage. So what's important about Atlantis? One, this is going to be fairly small, but I do think we are going to have an observatory. That to me makes a lot of sense. So why don't we put this close to where we're going to have some power? So we can put that here. Now we're going to have to figure a way to get power up there. And you know what? Why don't we? No, that's fine. We can make this work. We're going to come in and we're going to put the power in before we get too far along. And here, I think we can get away with just putting some platforms. And then we can lower this down nice and, well, somewhat slowly. Okay, let's see here. 2? No. Oh, that's pretty quick. Awesome. 1. There we go. 1 high platform. And then high power shaft. Now, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to break this. So we will. And hopefully, they still have a way down. Anyone? Bueller? Anyone want to come down and help, please? Please? Okay, let's see. Yes, they can reach. They can reach at least somewhat. Okay, so that's good news. Now, would it be even better news if we had the ability to get to this now? we have zero use for it. Like we've got 60-some thousand science. But actually, let's unlock the metal platform for the first time. I have not used this, but I have an idea. Yeah, we are going to find an appropriate spot. Let's zoom out. I think about here. One would work well. And I think one there. Now, I have no idea exactly. Where'd you guys go? Hello? Okay, we're going to have to find you. Oh no, we've already lost it. Okay, so while those are on order, let's come in here. And we'll see why we're going to do those in a moment. We're going to put in a little housing. Not a lot. Now, I would love to have a much larger area to build. But we are going to keep this as a relatively small build. So I think we will stick with... You know what? We will do... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put these guys here. Then I think we'll come in behind. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's not going to be a lot. We are going to have, I think that's a total of 12 inhabitants. So we can come here, and then at the same time, we are going to make sure we get decorations on. Maybe of the right size would be pretty swell. Now, here, nope, this one, there we go, there we go. We can now come in and put a staircase, we will put a platform, and then a little pathing to come on up. And then these guys, we're going to put a little statue there, and then a potted plant. There we go. So what else would this area have? Well, we're definitely going to have a bit of well-being. We're not going to have everything because we don't have the space. We're going to put what's important. And one of those things is definitely a temple. And I think, yeah, this is going to be a great spot right back here. So let's remove that path and come on down with decoration, or not decoration, well-being. Put a temple in. In fact, I think we will change where that pathing is going. Oh, no, actually, no, we're going to do this. That's going to fit perfectly there. So there we go. We got that well-being. So yeah, and then we got to be able to reach this at least temporarily. Oh, at least these guys can make it. And look at the metal blocks just flying right in. So we are going to do a temporary structure. So we are going to have to put a staircase. And then we're going to come in here. And 3 high, 1 high. There we go. We'll be back. We will be back. Okay, so we have that. This is getting built out really quickly, nicely. Loving it. And then what we're going to do as well, let's get this fella here. So it's going to take some time to get all that built up, but it's going to come. It is going to come. Now, these guys aren't going to have really any food of their own. We are going to take advantage of the fact that, where are we? Storage? We have the underground storage still. So I think what we're going to do, that is going to go right here. And we're going to come in and we are going to do a drop off right across from it. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we've got that in. Now, come into that storage is going to have all of our food come in. But we need to come into, yeah, well-being. We can get... Well, let's not, right across from here, put a Lido. I don't think that would be appropriate now that I think about it. Okay, so we do need a little more space here. We can either blow up or build out. I think we can build out. So let's come in here, and we are going to do put 4 there, and then we come back to well-being. That should be perfect for our, where are you? Our Alito. Now, the other thing what we can do over here is we are going to put Shrine. And then a little pathy path. And then we come into our decor. Put a shrub. Oh, we have somebody unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Oh, because we do need, yes, that is going to come. Things are going to get built first for the most part. Not the entire part, but the most part. Oh, that little janky jank. It is what it is at this point. But I would love to rebuild that. But we're fine. We're fine. So that's going to get built. That's going to get built. We can prioritize that build. Now, on this side of Atlantis, we're going to put some showers right next to our wonderful batteries. So I think 3 would look pretty good. We're going to run pathing. There we go. We're going to do my favorite thing. And we are going to line up in between here some privacy shrubs. There we go. I think that's going to look pretty good. Yeah, nobody can really peek down. Like, these are... Like, there's really nowhere to peek in on these guys. So we're good. Now, what I would like to do, though, over here is come along and put in our fencing. We are going to secure this area, such as that. Now, I am going to have to prioritize a few pieces back here, otherwise they won't be reached. So let's come in, we can do that, and those can get done before the others. Will be very, very happy. Well, yes, of course we'll be happy. Now what we can do here is all hail the mighty beaver. Maybe these are where these originated from. There we go. And then as well over here. That's looking good. That is looking good. So coming back to our well-being, we do need a campfire. In fact, we are going to put 2 in. So they come out, they've got an area to hang out and chill. Going to be very happy about that. Now, I think some medical beds are going to be nice. So I think having them over here is going to be appropriate. We'll actually set them off here. There we go. Coming back to our well-being. So we've got our campfires. We do need a rooftop terrace. We got our showers going in, shrines. We have a Lido going in. Temple we got. See, these guys are doing pretty darn good. Now, you know what? Maybe what we could do, and this is going to be a bit of a big temporary build. But why don't we try to fit in some mud baths for these wonderful beavers? So we do have power that's going to come up here and connect. We are going to have to get a path down here to make that reachable. I guess it'll become more reachable once we can get the district pathing in. So with that will come. So with that, oh, where are you guys going? Oh, you're doing this. I was about to block you in, so don't block you in. That would be mean. That would be very, very mean. So on this side, we're going to have to repeat the same thing. We are going to put this in. Now we're going to have to build some temporary scaffolding to get here. But we need a, come on, 3. Actually, what we're going to do, I was about to do something a little different. We can run you, ooh, right across. There we go. Power, high power shaft. We can run you right across now. And then what we're going to do is come, I think we're going to tuck you guys in here. So there's going to be some dynamiting. You guys can go away. And then what we are going to have to do is, well, obviously get some dynamite over here. But we're going to have to put in some temporary pathing and temporary scaffolding to get all that done. So these guys will be able to come down in here. We will run the power through. Probably tuck them in nice and neat as we have before. So that is coming along. Now we are going to have to get the pathing down here. So let's do that. Yeah, they can already reach that. So we just need to come down. Put a staircase so that they can reach. We should be able to get down here. Now, that being said, as much as they can reach, we are going to need some temporary scaffolding so we can build what we want to build here. So let's get this in. Let's get that in. In fact, oh my goodness, Sargon. Let's try that again. Let's put pathing in. There we go. Same thing here. 3 high would be even better. And then we can go 1 high. Yeah, that is lower. That's fine. That is fine. So technically they can come from on high too. So but that will all be temporary. And speaking of temporary, we are going to have to build a parallel line coming through here. So why don't we do this? And then at the same time, maybe the easiest way is, as soon as I can find out where we are, there we go. We'll do temporary scaffolding to come across. Ooh, that's that height. Okay, so let's come in, delete that, and we will put a staircase down. And here, we'll just come in and run some pathing. So they should mostly be happy. Okay, so that is coming along. Now, we're going to let all this get built up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a district gate, I think, right here. And then at the same time, let's kind of plan out. We should be able to get in from elsewhere. So why don't we have a quick look so we can get things connected. Now, it could be right here. We do have this set up. So why don't we make that happen? We come right along here. And then what we're going to do, I want to make this as even as possible. So if I was to get rid of you, okay, so I think slight change of plans. What we're going to do is we're going to put a platform here. There we go. And that way we can have well, eventually a pathing here. Okay, so that's got a lot to get built up. So we'll be able to have them come into Atlantis from this way to our very much needed observatory, temple area. And we'll build a little more out here, a little more fun and joy. But what I think we're going to do is we're going to get this built up as much as we can. We'll get some routes set up, get this all filled up, and make sure we're getting food and all the necessities of life. There has been a lot of progress here in Atlantis, and a few things that are a little different, and a few things that remained unfinished, and will remain so until we break off the district. So As you can see, built extra metal platforms, and it's the first time I used them. And what I realized is they can only be built from the ground up. So interesting little tidbit there. So, but things are all complete that have been ordered for build, except for a few things and the explosives and the power lines. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that done. But what I want to do is come into here first. We are going to make a nice little seating area right here, right next to the homes, so they can come in here, have a little jimmer jammer, and just chit chat and relax the day away. So there we go. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go big. There's going to be a lot of monuments built, and to enter this district, 2 flames of progress. Yes, beautiful. Now over here we're going to have the tribute of ingenuity. Bam. So that's where the power is going to go, and it covers all of Atlantis. So the next thing, we're going to come over here, and we are going to do some labor monuments. Actually, you know what? We're going to turn these on each other. There we go. And the reason why we're going to do that, we're going to come back into our well-being, and we are going to put a series of shrines right here and here. Now we are going to pause this one and this one, and that is because we are going to add some decor in front. So what we'll do here, put beaver, and there we're going to go plant. Actually, you know what? Change of heart. We're not going to go plant. We are going to have beavers looking out. So we are going to put that as lower priority. We will high priority these just so we get them built and don't have to build anything behind it. Now, what we do need to do then is there's going to be a whole lot of pathing. Actually, we don't need you. So what we can do is come in once again with our decorations. As they approach, they will have the beaver. Okay. So that will go away as soon as we can get everything connected and this built. We have these things coming in here. Now, I will finish this area up as soon as we get to the explosives, but we are left with one more area, and that is this area here. So we're not going to do the, we'll be doing monuments, but we won't be doing these. As tempting as that is to give us even some coverage over here, I think we're going to be looking at flames of progress. So what we're going to do is one is going to be built here. And then actually, you know what? Let's move that back. We're going to keep that there. Well, let's come back in here. Where are we? Monument. Monument. What am I doing? There we go. Flame of progress. Let's remove pathing. And actually what I realized that we're going to have to change up is this here. But you'll see what we're going to do. And this will be built afterwards. Another flame of progress with a monument in between. And then what we're going to have here is a place for the shrines. I'm going to put a shrine. And we're going to put a shrine. So what we're going to do here is come in. We will put that there. And then we're going to come in with an appropriately sized bridge. And it's got to come in here with a staircase. Bam. There we go. So we have a lot to build. So what we're going to do, once again, we're going to jump ahead. I'm going to split the district off here, and then we can finish off building up this area. Things are coming along here in Atlantis, as you can tell, and you might tell I've actually finally placed the district center. I was setting up the district gates. I'm like, what now? The where now? Oh yeah, I need a spot. And I had a spot, so it was all good. You know, might have planned that a little differently, but you know what? I still think it works. So what we're going to do, I've already detonated some of the explosives, so we'll detonate those too. Nice. So what this is going to allow us to do is come in with our mud baths. We're going to 1, 2, 3, and 4 that. And with that, we are going to come in here and put in some straight power shafts. There we go. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to back this guy up. And we are going to put in a series of platforms. Not you, sir. You settle down. I will have it nice and even, because reasons. What we'll then do is come in and put in a staircase. And in fact, why don't I put in another staircase so they've got some options coming in and out in case there's a traffic jam. But that's going to come all the way through. And then what we will do is, as per usual, we will put in... Actually, you know what? We're going to put a little bench. So these guys, they're waiting. They've got a spot to wait. There we go. So speaking of waiting, we've got a little bit of waiting to do, which we'll do off camera. We've got in all of our scaffolding for the beavers to come over, you can see, to get all the shafts in, the power shafts in, and all the way along here and here. Ooh. Oh, they'll be able to reach eventually, as soon as they get that done. And we do have this here. So it is looking pretty darn swish for these beavers here in Atlantis. So the other part that they're going to have to get to is over here. And I think what we're going to do is make this somewhat easy on ourselves. Oh, you know what? No. We're... no, yeah, we are going to have to come down and put this here. We're going to do that. We will come back and have to fill things in. But we can do this. They'll be able to come in from the top. Actually, you know what? We'll leave that space because I think I need that access there. We can then run these guys along here. And then what we're going to do for safety, as soon as that is done, we'll close off with a little bit of decor here. And we'll make that nice and safe for everybody. So, in fact, why don't we do that here as well? We'll kind of just do that. The other thing we can now do, I do wish I could recover the precious resources, but this is update 2. We're going to get rid of these here. Nice. Get rid of that. And then what we're going to do is come along with a little more decor as well. Once again, a bit of fencing. And then what I think we'll do is right here, they can come up and we will have, once again, some shrubs and a little well-being. We can put a little shrine so they come and, you know, pay homage to the big guy here. Speaking of big guys, these guys are all done. Hopefully they come up and hang out. There's a few that pop up. We are in the dry season, so we are losing Juanito, but that'll be fine. I really love these flames of progress here. Nice, nicely decorated little area here. So it's coming along nice. Oh, and we have one stranded beaver. Not sure how you got there, but okay. Well, let's hopefully we can save him. We'll see everything done, and a little surprise here when we come back. As we experience the final sunrise here over Beavertown, well, in Atlantis specifically. So you can see things are nicely built up and looking beautiful. A great place to live. These guys do live the life of luxury, considering the number of mud baths that they have compared to the number of beavers. 12 beavers, 4 mud baths. Yeah, so they can definitely spread out. So yeah, I'm liking how this turned out. You know, I do wish I got to this earlier, but, you know, hey-ho, it is looking really, really nice. You know, can't go wrong here. Now, I did promise one special thing before we say goodbye, and that is this area over here in Beavertown. Yes, off-screen, I did come in and add in some carousels, some additional campfires, some awesome rooftop terraces, the flames of progress galore, this nicely lined shrub path. Now, actually, these two rooftops terraces are for Metalica. With update 2, Beavertown only reached, funny enough, to where this guy is standing here. So, but they can reach all of this down here and all this down here. So Beavertown beavers are extremely happy. So speaking of happy, I am extremely happy as to how things turned out here in Beavertown. I must admit, as you look around here, things have changed a lot. Oop, especially when you make them disappear. So, it is a sad moment, but a happy moment as we say goodbye to Beavertown. So I would like to thank you all for watching this series. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.